Hey everyone, this is Unlock24, and today I'm just going to show you a couple of replays of me playing the KC Cup. I did start today, so if you want to go ahead and get to top 600, you better start grinding. I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and go for it. I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have to play. And you do have to have a ton of time to go ahead and just go on there and just play a ton and make it to the top 600. Not really sure how many hours you have to do. I'm going to try my best and see how far I can get, but again, it does require a ton of times, and I think that's one of the things that I don't like about Duel Links is that you do have to have basically 2 or 3 full days just to play non-stop to be able to remain competitive or to play at a competitive level. It's not like in the real TCG where you can just go to a tournament, play a day, have a ton of fun, and then just go from there. That's not what the KC Cup is. The KC Cup is you don't really need any type of skill or anything. You just need a ton of time to play, and that's one of the things that I don't have. So I'm not sure how far I'll get, but let me go ahead and show you some of the replays. Well, let me go ahead and show you the deck first that I'm using, and you've already seen this deck. I've been using this deck for a while. One of my favorite decks. It's the Well with Mako. I'll go ahead and get to him.
I'll teach you to stay out of the waters.
Okay, here's the deck. And I haven't changed anything on it. Still the exact same deck. It works really, really good. The MVP of the deck, Abyss Holder, 3 Citadel Wells, 3 Gishki Arios, and 3 Gishki Beast. It's working really, really well for me. I did get some comments from you guys that the deck's kind of slow and that you're not getting the same results. You do have to know how to play passively when it comes to the actual game. You do need to know when it is that you can go ahead and just take some damage. You just have to remember that as long as you have more than 1 life points do not matter. As long as you have more than 1 and then you can win without 1 life points, then you should be fine. And I think a lot of you just need to learn that, just that basic thing that as long as you have 1 life point, the life points don't really matter. Then I think you'll be set and you'll be able to play way better when it comes to just Yu-Gi-Oh in general. But the deck, it works really well for me. I play kind of slow, and I do try to like make or think of my plays and what my my next thing is. And every now and then I do get caught off guard, and people do tend to they have OTK'd me before. So I'm not gonna say it's like a perfect thing, but this deck is built for my playstyle. And it's just exactly as I want to play it. I can go ahead and play passively with the aerial, activate the effect, get a beast, then use it for fuel for the Abyss Holder, and if not, for fuel for the Citadel Well. And if you want to go ahead and make it more aggro, take out the aerials, take something else, make it way faster. You can run it with the hammer, with the shark. I think it's a hammerhead shark, isn't it? The one that can special summon level 3. You can do that. It'll be way faster, but you're gonna be going super negative when it comes to card count. With this deck, you don't go as negative as much, and you try to just get advantage over time. And I think that's one of the things that many people need to do is that they need to think over the long game. And let me get a sip of water because my throat is really, really dry. And then we'll go ahead and get into the replays. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the replays. Again, you're playing passively with this deck. And let's go back home if this mouse will work. Okay, go to PvP area. And I'm only at 4250. That's what, 4 wins? 5 wins? I'm not really sure. I think I recorded them all, so it's probably it's 3 wins. 3 wins, I think. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at them. And I did lose like I'm like a 60 win rate, I think, right now, because I just got some really bad luck. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Or I think we can look at the win rate here in a bit. All right, so I'm going second. Mythic Depths is a skill to get a Yumi whenever you start. And this was a really terrible hand. I think I might lose this one. I don't remember. And all I'm seeing is a ton of Sylvans. And this deck does really well against Sylvan. So set the area and set everything because I know he's going to destroy a ton of cards. So I want to have as much defense as possible. He does have a Rose Lover and a Peacekeepers too. So and the Mushroom. So he basically milled perfectly for the Sylvan deck. And he does destroy my area, which is kind of unfortunate for me. Aerial and a Wild Disruption. Then Rose goes through, gets a Lotus Swing, activates the effect, and sends another Carrotman, I think. Yeah, so his graveyard was loaded. He basically milled a perfect mill with Sylvans. And then he attacks into a Wild Disruption. Of course, it doesn't work against the Lotus Swing because of the Rose Lover, but I still have a Wild Disruption, and I was able to go ahead and just survive with the Wild Disruption. That's why I set both of them. I go ahead and summon the Citadel Well with the Gishki Beast, set the Stealth, and then start attacking. And I did get rid of the Lotus Ring because that's one of the things that can help him mill. And he did try his luck with the Martial Leaf, and I don't think he mills anything. But no, I think he does mill a later on another Martial Leaf. Alright, there's a Guardiok. My turn, C-Stealth attack goes through, the Martial Leaf gets destroyed. And then here he tributes for his Guardiok, activates the effect, sends no, does he send the Martial Leaf on this one? Yeah, I think he does. But anyway, the Martial Leaves cannot target, well, they can target the well, but the well can just activate and negate it. And then when he sees that he really doesn't have any out, I think he surrenders. He gets the carrot, that's fine, and he just surrenders after that. Because he can't get over the well. And I think getting a well against Sylvans is almost a free win. Especially have a second monster out on the field that can defend yourself with like an area or something. You have it in defense position, and they can't get over it, and you activate the well and have the stealth protect itself, then there's no way they can win. And here's most likely now Sylvan, because that's the only thing I've been playing against. There's the Mythic Depths. And I've been toying around with the idea of switching the ability to restart. I don't know though how good it's gonna be. Because if I do restart, I do have to run at least another Yumi or a Legendary Ocean. Alright, he activates, I chain Curse of Anubis so I won't take the 1500 damage. And then I summon the Beast to just do damage for the 1500. And then I do set both of them because I know he's going to summon another Horror and destroy my back row. But he chooses to go for my monster, which is fine. I do take the 1500 damage. I don't activate any of my cards. I did get lucky and get another Gishki Beast, so I can go ahead and activate the effect, get my Well out. And then after this, if you summon Well again against Archfiends, they basically lost. They can't target anything, and everything that they summon gets destroyed if they attack the Well. And here he was at 2500. I will go ahead and activate the C-Stealth attack. And he did destroy my Yumi, but I didn't protect it because I knew he was going to go ahead and attack. And I did have a Mirror Wall and I think it was a Wall of Disruption or something else for defense. And I know how Archfiends play. The thought was that he can go ahead and destroy the Yumi. That was fine. I was going to go ahead and Mirror Wall him. His monster was going to get destroyed, and then he only had one card, which I didn't think it was an Archfiend, so I went ahead and just let the destruction go through, and then have my my Mirror Wall. He's going to take damage, and then I was going to able to go ahead and attack during my turn, which would have been game anyways. So he ended up surrendering too. Alright, so that's the second replay. I think, yeah, there's only 3 replays. I'm not sure what happened to the other one. I did say 4 replays, I think, but I'm not sure what happened to the other one. Alright, so here's the last replay for today. Was it that same one? I don't think it was it? Hopefully it isn't. I wasn't paying attention, but we'll see. Like Mythic Depths. I think this guy's playing Sylvan also. Everybody's playing Sylvans. Right, and he's playing so it's Martial Leaf, This guy's playing a more aggro version because I'm guessing he didn't get the mushroom, or if he did, he wanted to go ahead and just go aggro with it. I wanted to go ahead and mill. So Abyss Soldier comes in, I bounce it back so I can go ahead and destroy the Marshal Leaf, and then he takes damage. And I didn't bounce the Marshal Leaf because I wanted to go ahead and get rid of it, destroy it. And I know their back row, they don't really much, they don't run that many protection. And if it goes through, then basically they're not gonna be able to have anything. And here I just attacked. I didn't activate the effect because I know it was a Providence or a Divine Wrath, so I didn't activate the effect. And you do have to kind of, I'm not sure if it's like it's a skill, I guess, that you get after you've played for a long time of reading the back row. If you know he's gonna have like a Divine Wrath or a Providence, you're not gonna activate the effect to just go ahead and let him destroy your monster. And that's exactly what I did there. I just went ahead and attacked without activating the effect. I know that Sylvans don't run much of that many defensive cards, and I tried to bait this out. So and I did successfully. I went ahead and activated the Gishki Beast, summon the other one, and I'm just waiting again for the Will. And unfortunately, he did have the anti-magic arrows. I wasn't planning on him having that, or I didn't read the anti-magic arrows, which was kind of unfortunate. But oh well, I guess it happened. But I was able to go ahead and summon the Will again, and the Will is basically like the whole anti-Sylvan deck thing. Once you get a Will, you basically win. So let me know what you think about these replays in the comment section below, and what you think about the water deck. Does it take skill? Does it not take skill? I've seen a lot of comments where it says that it doesn't take skill to play the Well deck, but I think it does take skill. You do kind of need to know what you're doing. If you're not careful, you're just gonna get completely destroyed. And I see a lot of people being salty that the water deck is kind of OP, but I think if you know how to play it, or if you know how to play against it, it's easily you can easily destroy it too. So I'm thinking you just have to have experience with it. But anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it at that. I'm already at 12 minutes. And again, if you have any like comments, just leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and if you are enjoying my content, do subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.